Wow. So, right when you think Michigan's about to just put in the fourth string, fifth string players, they score another goal. What a dominant performance here by Michigan versus the number 19 ranked team in the nation, Colgate. Um, Michigan started off. Colgate showed early defense, and Michigan was baited in as Fantilli was penalized a minute into the game. It was like there was no power play at all, though. Michigan owned that power play, almost had shorthanded goals. Seconds later, Colgate finally was penalized, and Michigan had struggled on power plays all this season. They're the number 2 team in the nation. They should be better than number 15 in power play percentage, 26. At the first TV timeout, with 14:30 left in the first period, both teams had a penalty. Neither could take advantage. Michigan was right on top of the goalie after that a couple of times, and Granowitz finally knocked it in for Michigan's first goal of the game and only goal in the first period. 1-0 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. It was Granowitz's fourth goal of the season. Michigan has been content to give up advantages for fresh legs all postseason. I've noticed this trend where people are skating off. We get it in, we could attack, but nope. We're going to let them work, and we'll have fresh legs. And it worked again in this game. Denver won the national title last year, and they are out now. And they only have 9 national titles. Michigan has 9 national titles. I thought Denver had 10 now, but no, only 9. And they're out. Michigan is still here. Colgate was hoping to have their defense lead to offense, and Michigan controlled still. It was electric end to the first period, but Michigan committed a penalty there at the end of the first period. And again, Colgate was deliberate to open the second period. So it's 1-0 at the second period. And they decided to keep their defenders home, and they had early transition chances. But Colgate had only 8 shots at that point, at 18 minutes left. Michigan with plenty of shots. They had 21 shots to Colgate's 8. And then another TV timeout. After Colgate had a flurry, and then Colgate committed a penalty at 13:51. Michigan is owning the game. Can they capitalize and score their second goal? Yes. And yes, they can score goals in a flurry, because they ended up scoring 5 goals in 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. But at 12:27 left in the second period, a goal by Ciccolini, his 7th of the season, made it 2-0 Michigan. Seconds later, Fantilli outraces everybody and scores a goal, 3-0 Michigan. Colgate had a nice series, but Michigan scores on a transition. Zazar was the guy with 8:54 left in the second period. And then Michigan scored again with 8:24 left in the second period. Hughes to Estapa. It was 5-0 Michigan. Dominance, just utter dominance of the number 19 team in the nation. And then at 7:29 left in the second period, Michigan scored again, which is their 5th in under 5 minutes. 6-0 Michigan. Dylan Duke was taking a beating all game long, and then Michigan scored again Brentley's 12th goal, 7-0. And then Michigan had a penalty with 3:53 left in the second period, and Luke Hughes scored a shorthanded goal for Michigan. It was 8-0. And they almost scored another shorthanded goal later. Michigan was just dominant against these guys. Hughes had 4 assists and deserved a goal. He deserved a goal. He did get his second goal later on. Michigan penalty right after the intermission, but 7 goals in the second period for Michigan. The third period is still going on. It's still 11-1 with 1:30 left. Michigan owned Colgate on their power play shortly after Colgate scored. They did score with 16:53 left, but at 10-11, Samoskevich was down and grabbing his stomach, and that was a huge concern for me. I hope he's going to be okay. And Young was thrown out for Colgate, and Michigan got a 5-minute power play because of that. And then Luke Hughes scored that second goal like I spoke of, and then another goal happened. And it's 11-1 right now. Michigan is on to the Elite Eight versus Penn State, like I said. And let's just go ahead and say the Elite Eight right now. Number 1, Minnesota is playing St. Cloud State. Michigan beat number 1, by the way. Cornell versus BU. Number 2, Quinnipiac is playing Ohio State, and Michigan versus Michigan State. And I was wondering, would there be 3 or 4 Big Ten teams in the Elite Eight? There's 4, with Michigan being the best, and we just showed why. 11-1. The Big Ten now, I think, has scored 35 points to 3 against their opponents so far in the tournament, which is unbelievable. And that's why I think, maybe Michigan State and Notre Dame should have probably made this tournament. And there it is. That's the final. Will Brandon Navarro go on and win this thing and secure his head coaching position for the future? And, Michigan always gets the best talent in hockey. Will they buy in and want to listen to this guy? I think that is what he is proving that he can do. So Penn State is next. They beat their opponent 8-0. So it should be interesting. It was a tight series with Penn State this season in the regular season. So we shall see. But Michigan's moving on, and I hope they can continue. For all you guys out there, remember to like the video, share, subscribe, and have a great day. Go Blue.